Nigeria as a country is at war, and Mr. President should declare a total war on the northern states.
You said the Senate. I'm a member of House of Reps. The Senate is entitled to its own viewpoints. And as a member of House of Reps, I'm also entitled to my own viewpoints. I quite agree that a certain part of the northern Nigeria is at war. A certain part of northern Nigeria is at war. So I'm not going to say completely that Nigeria is at war. As to war, as to what is happening, I can clearly say that it's lack of proper management of the challenges we had from day one. If we had had very good management in terms of nipping it in the bud from day one, we wouldn't have been where we are today. What do I mean by that? When you look at the whole scenario surrounding where we are today, when the sect leader was arrested by the soldiers, handed over to the police, and eventually was killed. From that point, we will have arrested the situation. You know, at least prove to the world that we don't just kill for killing's sake. We will have brought to book those who are responsible for the killing. I want to also bring back the recent happening, is it in Kaduna or in Zaria, where the children of a particular sect leader were also killed. If that sect, that religious sect was, or if they are also violent in tenure, the story would have been different today. They would have been fighting religious war. So it's about the presidency managing the crisis properly. It's about taking actions when we are supposed to take action. It's about arresting the situation where we are supposed to arrest the situation. It's about when they were calling for negotiation, we were not at this point at all. We never got to this point. There were no schoolgirls kidnapped. There were none. When Nigerians were saying, look, call these people, negotiate with them, release their family so that all these things will be, and then grant them amnesty at that particular point.
Okay.
There was nothing. Let me finish. We were not at this point. Now we're talking about Nigeria being at war.
All right, sir. When you're talking about granting them amnesty at that particular time, you see that it was an issue, controversy, that we don't even know them, we don't even see their face. At least, do you think granting them amnesty would have solved this issue?
How will you say you don't know them when their families were arrested, they were in detention with SSS? Their wives and children were in detention with SSS. How come you say you don't know them? It means that we know them. It is just that they have refused to come forward. That's the issue. I'm saying that we have arrested their families, the members of their families, and kept them in detention. And they were saying, release our family to us, release our members. As at that point, I think strategically we lost it. And now we are where we are. It's just unfortunate that it's innocent Nigerians that are being killed. And I've said it times without number. Rather than killing people in Borno and everywhere, let them come to Abuja and drive all of us out. Okay. Maybe then we will all wake up.
Wonderful. Okay, do you think Nigeria can actually win this war? The way the situation is?
Well, for me, I believe strongly that insurgency, if it is not backed by government, should be resolved within 2 weeks or 3 weeks or at least a month. If it is not backed by international bodies or international sects, it should be resolved within months. And we've heard that funding, we've seen how America has been able to curtail these insurgencies everywhere, all over the world, by blocking their means of funding. And as long as Boko Haram, or whatever they call themselves, still have access to funding, either through CBN, either through crude oil sales, either through illegal means, we will continue to fight them. I want to appeal to the government to see beyond confronting them. While confronting them on the field, where that is going on, we should look at means of blocking all the sources of funding and bringing the people who are involved, the financiers, bring them to book. for God's sake, set up allow an international panel to be involved, so that Nigerians will be, those who are involved will be taught lessons of their life. You don't take people's lives with ill-gotten money and you want to go free with it. No, I don't think it is right. The right step is to agree with the international body, set up a panel of international standard. Let everything be open. Let us have this investigation. Whoever is involved, whoever, should be brought to book.
Okay, sir, you talk about this bringing the sponsor to book. You can see of recent talking about Mudu Sharif and other persons being sponsor of this book. They have denied. How do you think logically we can tackle this issue to make sure that actually those people who are involved, they have been brought to book?
Well, if you are involved and your name is mentioned, will you accept? You are not going to accept until the facts are put before you. So let the facts be brought to the table before those who have been alleged to be financiers. From day one, they linked the leader of the Boko Haram sect to Bunu Sharif from day one, that he was part of his political supporter. Okay, I want to cast your mind to what happened in Osun State during the last election, where soldiers or thugs in army uniform wore hoods. The question is this: those guns that they used that time, those guns that we saw with them at that particular time during the elections, after the election, how will they recover all of them? These are the issues. How can a government, with all the paraphernalia of security that we have, allow such a thing to happen under their guidance? And as of today, where they are training so many thousands of them in Lagos through so-called SHOP or Federal Task Force. After those training, you are going to, after the election 2015, you are going to get them loose on the streets. What do you think will happen? They will go and start. You have taught them how to use gun, so they'll definitely go back and start using guns and start killing and maiming everybody. So these are some of the issues that we are facing in this country. When it is the PDP that is involved, no offense. But when any other party is involved, they have committed offense. When the mouthpiece of SSS, the spokesperson, has become the spokesperson of PDP, no comment from government. It is sad.
It is so sad. Then lastly, how do you think we'll be able to manage and curb this situation?
Well, let me say this. I have read that the total strength, military strength of Nigeria is just about 115,000. Compared to Republic of Benin with 2-point-something million, with over 15 million population. Nigeria 115,000 with over 150 million population. Cameroon 1.5 million military compared to Nigeria. If we go to war today with Cameroon, they will overrun us in one day. So the best way is when I look back at the way Nigerians applied for immigration vacancy, and I look at the stadium and I saw millions of Nigerians looking for non-existing vacancy. If I were the president, look, if you ask me to come and carry gun today, have you trained me? We have US saying they have reserve. They call off their reserve. Train Nigerians and put them in reserve. You retire soldiers, you retire policemen without monitoring their progress in retirement. When you retire somebody who has been used to handling gun for 20, 30 years, and you put him in the labor market overnight, what do you expect him to do? Go to the resettlement centers in Oshodi, everywhere. It's shamble. What have we achieved? So when you go to when you see the avalanche of unemployed youths, it's all about asking Boko Haram that you have ready market for ready labor market to engage them. To join them. We just pray that there is no revolution in this country. Well, when that revolution, when so many of us actually pray for revolution, that it should come in a very clean way like it happened in Ghana. We don't pray for bloody revolution. We pray for a revolution that is civil, that is democratic. In a system where you can use your vote to flush out those who have turned this country into perpetual territory for them. For us, I cannot imagine this rate of turnover. This rate of using the man that we used 30 years ago or 10 years ago or 15 years ago to continue to be either chief advisor. When he was there, he failed. When he was a minister, he failed. When he had opportunity as a governor of a state, he failed. But today, you have them as either ministers or advisors advising the president. So where are we going to? What result do you expect? When you garbage in rubbish, you garbage out rubbish.
Okay, sir, if you look at the situation now about the security situation, but campaigns everywhere about Jonathan and every other stuff. So what do you think about this?
Well, again, that is when I say that first, we have a presidency that do not obey laws. We have a presidency that has turned all deaf ears to all, has refused to even sign our bills, our motions that will have taken this country to another level. We have a presidency that do not believe in the existence of any law, how much more obeying it. If you say you believe in the rule of law, and the rule of law is so clear, the Electoral Act is so clear about when campaign can start, and some people have gone on air openly to continue to campaign for Mr. President. And even INEC has turned blind eyes into it. What do you expect? You are inviting anarchy. When APC started in a particular state, they were stopped. Was it in Ondo? I read in the papers. Only yesterday I read in the paper that Senator Goje was also invited by the security forces for starting the campaign. What is the difference between Senator Goje and Mr. President? This so-called TAN, which TAN? Do they have their money? Is it not our money that they are using? Look, if you do well, Nigerians will come out and vote for you and work for you. You don't even need to make too much noise. I keep on taking a clue from what I witnessed in Osun, that during the Osun election, you could see that it was the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. It was the people who resisted the SSS, the gun shooters. It was the people. When SSS got into town with over 100 vehicles on patrol and they were shooting into the air, come and see how women came out with their broom and said, this vote is for Aregbesola. There is nothing you can do. That is government of the people. Let us have presidency of the people and for the people and by the people. Then whatever is happening today will be a thing of the past.
Okay, let's link to the issues of insurgents. In the area of the North State, like most of the villages, the towns that have been barricaded by these insurgents, if actually before 2015 elections, all these places have not been restored, do you think election will hold in that place, or don't you think it will affect the entire nation election?
Well, first of all, I don't want to postulate. I want to believe that there are ways of going around these issues. Today, in Afghanistan, they've been fighting war, but an election was conducted there. Are you not aware? They've been fighting. There has been war there. In Egypt, there was so much crisis. An election was conducted there. In Adamawa, we are going to conduct election, even if you isolate 1 or 2 or 3 local governments. So how can somebody now come up tomorrow and say because there is war or there is insurgency, whatever, there will be no election? No. We will not accept that. Nigerians will not accept that. If you are saying there is no election, the implication is that you are going to bring doctrine of necessity. You are going to ask for tenure elongation? No way. Nigerians have suffered enough. Let them use their vote to flush those of us who have not done well. Let them flush us out. Those who have not done well will never find their way back. I am a supporter of the people's votes. If I have done well, my people will bring me back as a member of the House of Rep. If I have not done well, they will also use their vote to do the same. So why is the PDP? Why are they afraid of facing an election? If they could militarize Osun, where we had no crisis, Ekiti and Osun, where there were no war, nothing, they brought the entire soldiers that they have. Let them do the same for those 3 or 4 states, and there will be free and fair election. That is my own solution to it. That's my own suggestion and solution to it. There must be election, and we all must go back and account to the people. This is the time that Nigerians are more eager than ever to change the government. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.